We begin with developing news in eastern England, where a lawmaker has been stabbed and killed. The attack apparently happened while Conservative lawmaker David Amess met with his constituents at a Methodist church. A suspect has been arrested, and police said they were not looking for anyone else. Our correspondent in London, Benedicte Paviot, has the very latest.
Well, the latest is that the Conservative MP, Sir David Amess, has died from this multiple stabbing an attack committed by a man who ran into a church. So Essex police have confirmed that Sir David has died. We thought things were bad when a local councillor said that who was present, said that he had been operated on site and that the air ambulance didn't take him away. So police say they've recovered a knife. They say they've arrested a man and that they're not looking for anyone else in connection with the incident. And the reason particularly for saying that is because they do not want people being unduly worried. Of course, this is tragic news, but about their own safety. So they believe they've got a suspect and the suspect that committed this. So Sir David was 69 years old. He was the MP for Southend West, and he was stabbed as he was doing what is called here a surgery. That is where you meet your constituents. He liked to do them very regularly. It usually happens on a Friday. He chose to do them not in a dedicated office, but in different places, and today was in this Methodist Church. And I can't over-exaggerate the shockwaves that are going through not just the political class, but as people learn the news across the United Kingdom. This is deeply shocking, very rare, if not unprecedented. It's not unprecedented, alas.
Yeah, you're talking about shockwaves running through the political class there. How are other lawmakers reacting to this?
Well, they are. A lot of the reactions that we got as soon as the news of his stabbing came out were, for example, from former Conservative Prime Minister David Cameron saying that this was alarming, horrifying. Another former party leader, Ian Duncan Smith, saying that we really need to look at hate speech on social media, saying that he was praying for Sir David. But this was before the news of the death of Sir David. The Labour Party leader, Sir Keir Starmer, also expressing his concern. I see a reaction now of Conservative MP for Harlow, Robert Halfon. He has called the events just, quote, horrific. And he says David Amess is just such a wonderful man. He's funny, he's kind, he cares about the most disadvantaged in our communities. He loves Essex, he embodies Essex. He was just doing his surgery, just doing what MPs do to try to help members of the public, and this happens. I really feel sad inside, deeply, deeply sad. I think it's that normalcy of meeting your constituents that really is so deeply shocking in broad daylight. Of course, it happened once before. It happened, the first murder of a sitting MP was Jo Cox, Labour Party, you'll remember, back in 2016, 1 week before the EU referendum, and she died at the scene of her horrific injuries in West Yorkshire. There was an outpouring across the nation and a special session of Parliament. Will there be something like that as Parliament sits on Monday? Can we expect that in the coming days? We have yet, I believe, to hear from the Prime Minister, but I'm sure that a reaction will be very quick.
I imagine this will inspire fear on the part of other MPs. What does this say about security of British lawmakers in general?
Well, what we know about the security of MPs, certainly in Westminster, in the House of Commons, in the House of Lords, you've got all these people really representing their elected representatives of the people. And there they are very carefully guarded by police, undercover police, uniformed police. But when they're out and about, meeting their constituents in different locations, there are already a lot of precautions in the light of, for example, Jo Cox's murder back in 2016. Will that security need to be even tighter? It really strikes at the heart of democracy, that openness that is needed, that is desired, wanted by politicians themselves, by the UK people who elect them, and yet striking that balance with ensuring the safety of elected lawmakers.
And that's our correspondent in London, Benedicte Paviot.